So now that the car's been transported back to the shop and it's up on the lift, Peyton has already started working because this Touring needs everything from top to bottom. And as he pulls stuff off, we're finding more parts we have to order, more parts we need to get here in time for the event. But over the past few months, and quite a long time, because I've had this car over 2 years, I've been stockpiling parts from OEM to aftermarket to make this happen. And let me walk you guys through everything you see here. So as you guys can see, the biggest grouping is this stuff that's wrapped up in bubble wrap with Moton tape. And that's because my friends over at the Moton AST factory wrapped all this up for me, because I actually found this interior in Poland. This was on one of the Facebook groups that I'm always on, the Touring group. The guy had a really special interior that he had custom made for his Touring in Poland, and he was selling off a lot of the parts, and I wrote to him and said, would you ever sell your interior? And we made that deal happen, and this has actually been a deal for like about 6 to 7 months ago that I found this, and it's just been waiting at the Moton factory. So Kuhn was nice enough to wrap everything up and put it on a pallet and get it here for me. So that's what you see here. As we move around, you'll see an M-Tech 2 steering wheel that I had in my stash. There's a Super Sprint muffler there for the car. I also have all the brand new rubber and exterior plastic trim for E36s that I've been hoarding for this car. Brand new satin black powder coated subframes. These have been reinforced here at the shop. They were blasted first, then welded, and now they've been powder coated and they're about ready to go in. And as we move up towards the table, you'll see what's gonna fill those subframes up, which is all of these PowerFlex bushings and everything that I have here on the table. This is everything they make for this car. This is the whole PowerFlex catalog, from R-tabs to subframe bushings to motor mounts to radiator mounts, F-cabs. It's just everything needed. And you know, we do a lot of PowerFlex here because it's a really good option, better than OEM, that allows you to put it in, and it's basically almost a lifetime bushing, because a lot of this stuff I don't really want to ever take out of this car again. So we're gonna future-proof it. I have some cool cross-drilled rotors we're gonna put on the car with some dustless pads, because I got some nice wheels going on the car, which obviously you can see here. And this is actually a really rare wheel because it's a E87 BBS, and it's not a race pocket, because you can actually run the center cap for the street. We're not building a race car, but I wanted the motorsport style wheel with the face with the center cap. We got some SPL suspension arms here, of course, because these are pretty aggressive wheels, so we're gonna need to dial in the camber. To go with the brakes, got some stainless lines. I got some Motul oil. This is 90s oil, which obviously was fitting for this car since it's 1997. And then down here, I have a set of Moton one-ways, which is a super nice setup, obviously, for this car. This is a street valved kit, because again, this is a street Touring. And it's gonna be a divorced rear, which is a separate spring and shock in the rear. So that's gonna go on, and we have some camber plates here because again, we need camber to run this type of wheel on this car. These are the boxes for the other 3 wheels. Kind of last but not least, this was a European car. So typically on a, when we do an E36 build, we're gonna do glass headlights. And the headlights were kind of beat on this car, so I found a really nice set of new old stock. These are not 100% new, but they're just in really nice shape. I had to do these, and we're actually gonna do amber lights on this car, because I think with Technoviolet, you need to have amber side markers and some other parts. So that's just what's in front of us. There's a cart back there. As you can see, the guys are working with a bunch more OEM replacement parts that are going on this car. And then we have even more parts that are still on the way for us to kind of get this car done. Now that I've touched upon all the parts you see in front of me, let's let Peyton take over. He's gonna get to tearing down and building up this project car so we can get going in time for the show. So here we are, we're 2 days later with the E36 Touring build, and there's a lot of good, but there's also some bad, and the bad starts with a capital R for rust, because there was a lot of it. A lot of it on the subframes, a lot of it on the brakes, a lot of it just underneath the car. So I'm gonna walk you guys through some of the steps that we take to get rid of the rust, get some newness into the car. Let's start with the back. So the first thing you guys are gonna see is the Super Sprint Race muffler. The other muffler was completely done. It's the original muffler from the car. Super rusty, super old looking. So that got replaced with the Super Sprint Race, which I really like because it has these thin signature Super Sprint tips, which is something super nice that we do a lot on the E36 M3s. Moving into here, I'll start in the center and kind of work my way out. This differential is actually the original differential in the car. Looks completely new. We've actually painted it the satin black that the standard differential is, and then the silver paint for the back cover. We've replaced all of the plugs, all of the hardware with brand new zinc coated hardware, just how BMW does it. So that looks like a brand new diff. We also put all of the PowerFlex bushings into the cover and also into the front. So those are all brand new PowerFlex bushings. The axles were super rusty, so we went ahead and put brand new axles in with brand new hardware. We've restored some of the parts as well. And when we say restored, it means we've gone ahead and removed it and painted the sway bar, the gloss black, which is original to the car. This was one of those subframes that I had on the floor from a couple days ago. This subframe was actually welded with all of the reinforcement plates, and it was powder coated, so it's a brand new satin black subframe. What you'll also notice is we have the Moton coilovers installed. These are the one-way coilovers that are divorced, which means they're a separate shock and spring. And this is just a one-way because, again, this is going to be a street car that I'm going to drive a lot. So I didn't want to put something super aggressive on this car. And these are actually inverted in the rear, which is a nice setup for E36. When you have a car that has a super amount of rust, a lot of the lines in the car are rusty too. And when I say lines, I mean brake lines, fuel lines. We've actually replaced a lot of the hard line and the soft line with new stainless steel braided lines. Obviously the hard lines were bent that we added into the car, so that makes it all new, which means it's mechanically going to function the way it's supposed to be, but it also looks super nice for a restoration like this. Let's move on into the front. This was some of the lines that I was talking about here with the fuel. These are new hard lines with a brand new fuel filter. We cleaned off this center section of the exhaust because, again, this is going to be a street car. I didn't want to have something crazy booming loud, so we're going to keep this center section here, which will quiet down. This is the original one. Everything looks good, but we've cleaned it. We've replaced the gaskets, all of the hardware, and then we'll kind of move forward into the front subframe. This is, again, a similar way that we do the rear subframe, we do the front. There's a little bit more components in the front because you have a lot going on with the arms, but this is a brand new reinforced powder coated subframe. This is a brand new steering rack with all brand new lines. All the inner and outer tie rods are brand new. This is brand new front control arms, and this has the PowerFlex offset bushings here, and all of this is all new. All of the heat shielding for the brakes, brand new calipers, brand new rotors, and then this is also where the Moton front coilovers are installed with brand new links and everything. And this is one of those situations where when you do a restoration like this, a lot of the parts are actually still available, but some are not. When you take an original car apart, you restore those parts, the hardware with an ultrasonic process, which we have the machine here. Some of them just need to be cleaned down with a wire wheel, resprayed. And we were able to do most of that stuff under here. That'll continue to get better and better over time as we do more on the car. So last but not least is my favorite part of the build, really with any build, because I'm a wheel guy, are the wheels that we chose. And these are a really specific set. This is actually a set I bought from Matt at Obsessed Garage, which a lot of you guys will know. He's a good friend of mine, old customer of mine. And these were for his Techno Violet coupe that they were building. These are 17 by 9.5 in the rear, 17 by 9 in the front, E87 BBSs, but these are specific because they're not the race pockets, which everyone loves. For this particular car, I went with the street theme with the exhaust, the street theme with the build, and these are the more street wheels because the difference between a race pocket and non is that these actually run center caps, which the center cap is actually over here. These are running the standard black and silver BBS cap, which actually fits right in the wheel. So that's a cool, really rare wheel that I wanted to set up on this car. So there's still a lot to do here at PSI and also at Brad's with the paint. So we'll see you at the next check-in.